Hi, my name is Mokwela, and on this channel, I film about faith, lifestyle, and relationships. If this is something that you will like, please subscribe to my channel. And if you're returning, thank you so much for stopping by to my channel. I really appreciate it. If you've not subscribed, please subscribe. The first thing you and your partner needs to discuss is your finances. So how are you going to handle your finances? Are you going to run a joint account? How are your bills going to be paid? Are there any projects that you both have to save for? Who is the better saver? And all of those things. And because these things are very important, and a lot of times we trivialize it, or maybe we don't even think of it important. So that's one of the things that both of you have to sit down and talk about this. And because now you see things on Twitter like if somebody is earning 1 million naira, another person is earning 100,000 naira, who should pay rent? It's not in the marriage, you should be asking who will pay rent. Number two is, are you going to have a long distance marriage, or will both of you stay in the same place? And I'm saying this because I moved from the UK to the US, and there are people who even stay in the same place but live in different, like stay in the same country but live in different towns. And you don't want to assume that the wife will move or the husband will move. Both of you have to sit down together and talk about, are we moving? And if we are not moving, what measures are we going to put in place to support whatever decision that we have made? So for example, I had to move. Some people might not move. Some people might be doing their long distance marriage from the UK to the US. I also want to consider, how will that affect our finances as a family? So have a discussion around that conversation, and don't just assume, like let the conversation be exhaustive, so that you're able to make an informed decision that is beneficial to the growth of your of your own family. Okay, three is, when and how many children do you want? Don't let anybody pressure you into bringing a child into this world. And there are a lot of responsibility. See, having a child, yes, is a blessing, but the responsibility that comes with a child is for you and your husband. Honestly, forget what all the grandmas and the great grandmas and the great and all the uncles are saying. When the child comes, it becomes you and your partner's responsibility. So you don't want to make a decision based off of other people's opinion or their pressure. So you and your husband should have that like an exhaustive conversation. Do you want to have a child in our first year? Do you want to have it in our second year? If we decide to, how is that going to impact if we decide to, how is that going to impact our marriage? How is it going to impact our lives? Just be ready. Have a child because you and your partner are ready to have a child, and not because somebody is pressuring you. Also, in regards to the children, also need to discuss family planning options. Like I know that this is not something that we like to talk about, especially in, is it an African setting or Nigerian setting? I feel like we are too hush about it, and a lot of people don't know that there are options to family planning or contraceptive. And this is very important, because one party might be okay with using family planning, the other party might not be okay with family planning options. And there are so many options that can be explored. Number 4, you also have to discuss roles. Sorry to all of our African mommies and our daddies and our grandma and great grandmas, because this one, my mom will like it. So yeah, marriage has evolved. However, there are certain principles as believers that we follow. So the evolution should not enter the marriage. But we cannot deny the fact that there are certain roles that the husbands and wife have to take up when they get married. And you have to discuss who does what. So for example, who is better at cooking, who will do the dishes, who will do laundry, who is going to sweep the floor. All of these things, they don't need to discuss this before, but now we are discussing it too. But anyways, honestly, it's important to ask all of these questions, because what we don't want is one party to be overwhelmed doing all of these things. And I also believe that when you do some of these things together as a couple, it helps to build a relationship and bond that you have. And at the end of the day, the family is our home. It is not the wife's home, it is not the husband's home, it is our home. And whatever we do as a couple, we should see it as a way of, making our home even better, and making it a place where both of us feel safe and feel comfortable. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in my next video. If there's anything that I did not put in this video, please drop in the comment section, and I'll see you in the next one.